In this video, I'm going to show you how to rebuild a Powerstroke 7.3 GTP38. So start off by installing the seals. So this one goes over the collar just like this. Then the rear seal goes on the turbine shaft just like this. Go ahead and install the bearings on the shaft, and make sure you clean all these parts before you do the install. At least I always do that, just in case there's anything on the parts after it was all machined and stuff. And then you can oil this and slide it through the shaft or through the bearing housing. So make sure you put the heat shield on and then install your shaft with the bearings on it. And spin it. Just spin it and then snap it in. Now you have to bolt this to the turbine housing. So next you're going to bolt the bearing housing down, 2 bolts up top, and there's one here and one here. So the main reason why we have to bolt this down first is because these holes are for that, and otherwise you'd have this plate in the way. And then after that we're going to install the thrust components. This is a 360-degree kit that we sell. Actually, this isn't going to go on here. This is going to go inside here. So let me figure out the order. Install your thrust collar. And then install this seal. And then install your thrust bearing. Oil feed holes are going to be up. This can only go one way also. It will only go on this, or this piece there. Okay, and then next you can install it on here. So make sure you match this pocket up with this oil feed pocket. If you put some mayonnaise on the thrust bearing and this stuff, it will help keep it in place. Actually, it's white grease. This plate can only be rotated one way because of the staggered bolt holes. So just find where the stagger is and then bolt it on. It's a good idea to put some red Loctite on these bolts. You need a 5 Allen key. You could use a socket and a torque wrench if you want to torque them down. They would be about 12 foot-pounds or so. Now you can install the compressor wheel. We actually balance this as an assembly, so with this style turbo where it's threaded on, it will go exactly in the place that we torqued it down when it was on the balancer, so it'll be in perfect balance. Now for torquing the compressor wheel down, I have a 1/2 inch wrench over here holding this one. So you'll basically just turn this until it starts to grab. So let me loosen it. So it's starting to, move the wrench. And then you just add 1/4 turn. And then it's done. Install a compressor housing O-ring. This is one part that I need to get for the kits that I haven't gotten yet. But this is something, an O-ring that I just happened to find, so I'm going to use it. And then install the compressor housing, and this will be staggered. So it can only go one way. So here's the finished product of the turbo rebuild. This is a 7.3 Powerstroke with the 67mm compressor wheel. This is the largest wheel that I know of that's out. And yeah, we sell the housing and wheel and the rebuild kits for them. So I'll link to those in case you're interested in buying them. This is supposed to, or yeah, this fits the newer model where it has the different compressor housing and plate. So if you use it on the older model, the 94 to 99 maybe. Anyway, the earlier model, the earlier generation, the actuator would have to be shortened for this housing and plate and wheel to work. So here's a look at the back side. I machined this out for the 70mm shaft, or it's 68 or 69.8mm. Yeah, so I machined that out. I also made another video to kind of show you how I did that, but I didn't go in depth with it. But yeah, so that's the largest shaft, the 69.8mm shaft. Of course, you have the thing that bolts on here with I guess it's a J brake or something like that. I don't know. Exhaust brake. And yeah, this is your wastegate actuator to control your boost, in case you didn't know that. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully I was able to explain it so you could do this rebuild yourself. And all the links are in the description. We sell a rebuild kit and the compressor, housing, wheel, and plate combination. And one thing I definitely need to work on is getting those O-rings for the compressor housing, because I haven't been including that with the kit, but that's one of the projects that I'll be working on.